Hi, this is Frode, and welcome to the second part of the 5 big ideas from Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't watched part 1, I encourage you to first go watch that part where I deliver the idea 3 feet from gold. But if you just want to watch this part, I still hope I can provide you with some valuable ideas. The second big idea is burning desire. Do you wish to have more money? The thing is that wishing will not bring riches, but a burning desire for it will. And Napoleon shares a story of a great warrior who wants to conquer a land where his enemies greatly outnumber his own army. So he loads his boats with his army, sails to the destination, unloads his army, and then orders the soldiers to burn the boats. And then he says, "You see the boats going up in smoke. That means that we cannot leave these shores unless we win. We now have no choice. We win or we perish." They won. The crew had no choice but to go forward. There was no escape. They had to persist. And the reason I wanted to share this idea with you was to kind of prime your mind or open you up to the next big idea I'm going to share. Because if you really want to develop a burning desire for money, you need the persistence to do it. I think the next big idea is going to challenge some of your beliefs, because there are some terms that emerges again and again in this book. There are burning desire, and that you need a persistence to develop that burning desire. And one of the biggest keys Napoleon outlines for making money is that if you develop a burning desire for money, you will find ways of making it. As Napoleon says, "Wishing will not bring riches, but desiring riches with a state of mind that becomes an obsession, then planning definite ways and means to acquire riches, and backing those plans with persistence which does not recognize failure, will bring riches." Be aware that a desire for riches should not be ego-driven. It should be driven by the desire, for example, to take your family on a cruise around the world, or to donate to charity such that poor children in Africa can get an education. And now I will need you to open up your mind as I deliver the next big idea. The third big idea is autosuggestion. Napoleon says that nature has so built us that we are in absolute control of what goes into our subconscious minds. But this is not to say that we always exercise this control. The opposite is often the case. Most people, this is one of the biggest causes that people go through their lives as failure, their inability to influence their subconscious minds. The price of the ability to influence your subconscious mind is the never-ending persistence of applying some principles described in this book. You, and you alone, have to decide whether the reward of which you are seeking, the money consciousness, is worth the effort that you have to put in. You have to develop an absolute faith that you are able to make more money. In the blog post that I have a link for below the video, I share some of the templates that Napoleon outlines in this book. There are 3 steps that you need to follow to build up the desire for riches, and there is a certain template you can follow to make this process easier. And I will tell you that by being specific about how much money you want, when you want that much money, and how you are going to make that money, like what you're going to give in return for it, while also seeing yourself already in possession of the money, will build your desire for riches, and when you are that, and this will develop your money consciousness, making you more able to see how you can make more money. This is much like when you buy a car and suddenly you notice a lot more of those cars around you. It seems like everybody else has suddenly started buying the exact car you have started buying. The fact is that not more people hasn't started buying that car. You have just primed your mind by having it yourself, so you can spot it much easier. And it's the same way with money. The way of developing a burning desire for money is to read a written statement out loud with a lot of emotion every morning and every night. Where you see yourself in possession of the money, you state how much you want, when you want it, how you're going to get it, etc. and suddenly ideas will start coming to you. Remember to go to my blog post if you want these templates. And remember that the key to building a burning desire is never-ending persistence in applying the principles. If you liked part 2 of the 5 big ideas from Think and Grow Rich, I encourage you to also watch part 3, where I deliver the ideas, major causes of failure, and opinions and decisions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.